Hello friends, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today I am going to design an industrial building for civil engineering students. So here we are having an example design of industrial building. Design a steel roof truss for location Ahmedabad. Span of roof truss 14 meter. Spacing of roof truss 5 meter. Pitch is given 1 by 4 and we have to find the following. Fix the configuration first. Compute dead load, live load, wind load at the nodal points. Design of purlin. Design of principal rafter. Design of main tie. Assume suitable data if necessary. This example was our university exams. So we will be designing one by one. First we will be selecting the configuration. Consider house type whose length is 14 meter, means the length of span of roof truss, and pitch is 1 by 4. Using the pitch formula equal to riser by span, we are getting the riser as 3.5 meter. Length of principal rafter using Pythagoras theorem for one side each, we are getting the length of principal rafter as 7.82 meter. Angle of truss we can find using the formula tan alpha equal to riser by span by 2 for each sides. We are getting the angle 26.56 degree. Here is the one truss shown, which would be at a spacing of each 5 meters. There will be front side truss and back side also. There will be a truss whose distance will be 5 meter each and whose length will be of 14 meter and riser will be of 3.5 meter and angle will be of 26.56 degree. Maximum length of sheet is assumed to be 1.68 meter. Now number of panel will be equal to length of principal rafter divided by length of sheet. We have already find the length of principal rafter divided by 1.68 is the length of sheet. We are getting 4.65 numbers. So provide 5 numbers of panel on each side. Length of each panel will be equal to the spacing of purlin. We have already find out the length of principal rafter 7.82 divided by number of panels. We are getting 1.56 meter. The spacing of purlin is 1.56 meter. Half plane area will be 7 into 5. For the figure we have half distance will be our 7, okay, and the distance of each truss will be 5 meter. So 7 into 5 will be our plane area 35 meter square and slope area will be 7.82 is the length of principal rafter into 5. Each truss spacing is 5 equal to 39.10 meter square is our slope area. Now I'll be calculating dead load. Weight of roof truss. Assuming the asbestos sheet at the rate 130 Newton per meter square on slope area. This we can get from IS 875 part 1 page number 5 it is given. So weight of roof truss will be equal to 130 into 39.10 equal to 5083 Newton. Now we will be calculating weight of purlin. Assume the weight of purlin as 90 Newton per meter square on plane area. This is given in the page number 18 of IS 875 part 1. So weight of purlin will be 90 into 35. 35 is our plane area, which is come up to 3150 Newton. Self weight of roof truss. Self weight is equal to 10 into span by 3 plus 5 Newton per meter square. Formula we should remember. So self weight will be 96.66 Newton per meter square. Weight of roof truss is equal to 96.66 into our plane area. Now I will be calculating weight of wind bracing. Weight of wind bracing is 12 Newton per meter square for plane area. It is given in the page number 18 of IS 875 part 1. weight of wind pressing will be 12 into 35 is our plane area, which come up to 420 Newton. We are adding up all the dead loads. We are getting dead load equal to 12036.10 Newton. For dead load for each panel, we are getting 2.41 kilonewton. We have find out the number of panel as 5. So dividing it by 5, we are getting 2.41 kilonewton. Live load calculation, which is using code IS 875 part 2. Live load on purlin will be 750 minus 20 angle of truss minus 10. We have already find out the angle of truss. Using it, we are getting 418.8 Newton per meter square, which is greater than 400 Newton per meter square. Live load on roof truss is equal to 2/3 of live load on purlin. So we are getting live load on roof truss as 279.2 Newton per meter square as a plane area. Live load equal to 279.2 into 35, which come up 9772.0 Newton. So we have already find out the live load 9772 Newton. For each panel dividing it by 5, we are getting 1.95 kilonewton. Now we will be calculating wind load. For wind load calculation, IS 875 part 3 will be useful. We have the formula Vz equal to Vp K1 K2 K3 meter per second. Vp is calculated as 39 per meter per second for Ahmedabad. K1 is our life of truss. We are assuming 50 years, so we are getting K1 as 1. K2 will be 1.05 using the terrain height and size factor. And K3 will be 1, where the angle we are taking as less than 3 degree. So we are getting Vz equal to 39 into 1 into 1.05 into 1, we are getting 40.95 meter per second. Design wind pressure formula is at the page number 12 of IS 875 part 3. Vz equal to 0.6 Vz square, which come up to 1006.14 Newton per meter square. Now we need to calculate wind load. Wind load will F equal to external wind pressure plus or minus internal wind pressure into A area of truss into Pz. For external wind pressure, we need to find first H by W and alpha. Thereafter, using the page number 16 of IS 875 part 3, CPE as minus 0.5 for theta 0 degree. Here EF side and GH side we are getting, and by cross multiplying we are getting the CPE for each sides. Now for angle 90 degree, EG side and EF side, using the code of IS 875 part 3 page number 16, it is given. By cross multiplying we are getting CPE as minus 0.731 to maximum value we are taking as minus 0.8 we are getting. Assume 10% wall opening. Using the wall opening we are getting CPI internal wind pressure as plus or minus 0.4. Putting the CPE and CPI value in the wind load formula, we are getting minus 51142.0, as the negative sign shows the suction of wind load. For each panel dividing by 5, we are getting 10.23 kilonewton. Final results we have already find out: dead load, live load and wind load. Now we are designing a purlin. For designing a purlin, we need all the loads on purlin. So first we are getting dead load. Self weight of purlin will be 90 into 5. 90 from the IS code 875 part 1 page number 18. So we are getting 450 Newton. Weight of roof truss material will be 130 into 156. Each panel length into 5 equal to 101 4 Newton. Total dead load will be 450 plus 1014, which come up to be 1464 Newton. Dead load perpendicular to principal rafter. We are using the total dead load into cos of 26.56 degree angle of truss. Now we are going to calculate the live load. Live load on purlin will be as per earlier formula. We are using again 750 minus 20 alpha minus 10. We are getting 418.8 Newton per meter square on main area. Here shows the figure mean horizontal distance for each length of sheet. So we are using cos 26.56 equal to x by 1.56. We are getting the distance 1.40 meter. So for plane area 140 into 5 into our live load. We are getting the live load on purlin as 2931.6 Newton. Live load on principal rafter will be 26222.0 Newton. Further we are calculating wind load. Wind load on side of roof truss will be, as per earlier calculation, we have got minus 51142 Newton. Wind load per meter square of slope area we are getting minus 1307 Newton per meter square. Weight of purlin will be 1.56 is the horizontal distance of each length of sheet into 5 into 1307. We are getting minus 10195 Newton. Now here we are taking the worst, we need to take the worst combination. So load combination first we have to find out. IS 456 2000 get the load combinations. So using the load combinations, dead load plus live load, dead load plus wind load, dead load plus live load plus wind load, we are getting. For worst combination we are taking dead load plus wind load is our worst combination. So UDL of purlin we can get from the combinations divided by our panel. We are getting 1777 Newton per meter. So W is the working load, 1.78 kilonewton per meter. So bending moment for continuous purlin will be according to formula WL square by 10. We are getting 4.45 kilonewton meter. Section modulus moment in X by Fy. We are getting more 17.8 centimeter cube. Depth of purlin L by 45 is our formula. We are getting 111.11 mm. Width of purlin L by 6. We are getting 83.33 mm. Permissible deflection according to the AS code 800 831 it is given L by 180. We are getting 27.78 mm. Actual deflection formula is 5 by 384 WL raised to 4 by EI. We need to calculate moment of inertia. We have find out 260 centimeter square. So we are taking a section from the steel table which is greater than 260 centimeter raised to 4. So our section is 125 into 95 into 8 mm, which come up to be 266 centimeter raised to 4. Our section modulus 30.6 centimeter square. Now we are calculating the actual deflection, which is come up to 27.22 mm, which is less than 27.78 mm. So this section is okay. The section classification epsilon equal to root of 250 by Fy. We are getting 1 d by t 125 by 8 15.625 greater than 10.5 epsilon. So here our section is semi-compact. So we are providing Indian standard angle 125 into 95 into 8 mm is our design of purlin. Here shows the design of purlin with principal rafter. Thank you guys. We'll be continuing our next part in the next video.